I could drop below a certain threshold of sleep, and although I'd be awake more hours and I could sustain it, I would get less done because mental acuity would be affected.
Anyone for the early people that go to Mars, it'll be far more dangerous. I mean, really, it kind of reads like Shackleton's ad for Antarctic explorers. Difficult, dangerous, good chance you'll die, excitement for those who survive, that kind of thing. Because all those things I said are true. But there'll be some who won't, for whom the excitement of the frontier and exploration exceeds the concern of danger. Start off building the most elementary infrastructure, just a base to create propellant, a power station, glass domes in which to grow crops, all the sort of fundamentals without which you cannot survive. And then really there's going to be an explosion of entrepreneurial opportunity because Mars will need everything from iron foundries to pizza joints to, I think Mars should really have great bars. I'm feeling pretty optimistic about the timeline, although I can be sometimes my timelines are a little, people have told me my timelines historically have been optimistic, and so I'm trying to recalibrate to some degree here.
One of the best things that you can do when you're trying to become successful is be the most efficient individual that you possibly can every single day. Try to be the most productive and the most efficient that you can operate. Because when you're starting to use your time in the most efficient and most productive way possible, that's when things are going to start to flow so much easier and you're going to get a lot done in a short amount of time. And that's what you need to do, so that way you can free up more time to get more done. It's going to be a whole system and it's going to work incredibly well for you as long as you focus and know how to be incredibly efficient and incredibly productive during that time. And it's all about planning out your day and figuring out how to get the most time out of your day. And a lot of people claim they don't have enough time to do this, that, and the other, when in actuality you do. You have 24 hours just like the famous people and successful people like Elon Musk. But those people take advantage of every hour and every second of every day. And a great way to do that is by waking up 1 to 2 hours early every day. Because that will be 1 to 2 hours every day that is uninterrupted, that you have time to focus on what's important to you and how to chase your goals every single day. And think, if you wake up and work on your goals for 2 hours every single morning for a whole year, that's an insane amount of time just dedicated raw to your goals, to your dreams, and to the things that you aspire to do. So you might as well do that.
I think it would make far fewer mistakes, obviously, if I could go, like, here's a list of all the dumb things you're about to do, please do not do them. That'd be a very long list, and like, here, let me write it down or something, I mean, it's hindsight's 20/20, so it's hard to say. I mean, I've made so many foolish mistakes, I lost count, honestly. I mean, some of these things I just wish like that simple sort of mantra, management by rhyming. I mean, it worked for Homer, okay? Management by rhyming is that thing I was saying, like, if the schedule's long, the design is wrong. We've overcomplicated the design many times, and I think we should have just gone with a simpler design, with the acid test being, how long will it take for this to fly? And if it's going to take a long time, don't do it. Do something else. If you look at, say, Falcon 9, aluminum lithium tank, but then the unpressurized structures are carbon fiber composite. Really, one of the worst possible things you could do to a joint is take something with a high coefficient of thermal expansion, high CTE, take it from room temperature to cryo, and then connect it to something that has zero CTE, basically zero, like carbon fiber.
As Jonah was alluding to, there are a lot of negative things in the world. There's a lot of terrible things that are happening all over the world, all the time. There are lots of problems that need to get solved. There's lots of things that are miserable and kind of get you down. But life cannot just be about solving one miserable problem after another. That can't be the only thing. There need to be things that inspire you, that make you glad to wake up in the morning and be part of humanity. That's why we did this. This guy called Tsiolkovsky, one of the early Russian rocket scientists, the great saying, "Earth is the cradle of humanity, but you cannot stay in the cradle forever. It is time to go forth, become its star-faring civilization, be out there among the stars, expand the scope and scale of human consciousness." I find that incredibly exciting. That makes me glad to be alive. I hope you feel the same way.
I think I look at the future from a standpoint of probabilities. It's like a branching stream of probabilities. And there are actions that we can take that affect those probabilities, or that accelerate one thing or slow down another thing, and introduce something new to the probability stream Sustainable energy will happen no matter what. If there was no Tesla, Tesla never existed, it would have to happen out of necessity. It's tautological. If you don't have sustainable energy, it means you have unsustainable energy. Eventually you'll run out, and the laws of economics will drive civilization towards sustainable energy, inevitably. The fundamental value of a company like Tesla is the degree to which it accelerates the advent of sustainable energy faster than it would otherwise occur. So when I think like what is the fundamental company like Tesla, I would say hopefully it does. If it accelerated that by a decade, potentially more than a decade, that would be quite a good thing to occur. That's what I consider to be the fundamental sort of aspirational good of Tesla. Then becoming a multi-planet species and spacefaring civilization. This is not inevitable. It's very important to appreciate this is not inevitable. The sustainable energy future, I think, is largely inevitable, but being a spacefaring civilization is definitely not inevitable.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content.